time for First the Worst. It's a round where we'd like to hear the story that really defines the darker side of you. Scarlett, all eyes on you, my friend. Begin the begin.
I feel like this is really bad because it involves my mum.
That's weird, because your mum's in my story as well.
So when I was a student, when I was at uni, we finished, like, our tenancy, and each of us, I lived with 5 girls, the house was a little bit of a mess. We all got designated areas to clean.
Right.
But I'm not much of a cleaner myself, so I said to my mum, will you come and help me do my part of cleaning? But the night before, I got really drunk, like the worst I've ever been. And I'm northern, so you can imagine this was, like, ridiculous. Like, I remember climbing, like, literally on my hands and knees into McDonald's. When we got a taxi and I put my hand out, I dropped my phone and I just watched the taxi run my phone over. Like, you know, the point where you just... What happened is our friend, it was his last night working in a wine bar, and he'd already been paid, so he went, why don't you and Sarah come and have free drinks?
Oh.
All right, then. I'd never even had wine. Do you know what I mean? Lamborghini was wine to me. So we were drinking all this posh wine. Next thing you know, I was chatting to some parents of someone who was in The Apprentice. I know, I was like, this is such a fancy night. Then, next thing I remember, I was pulling my false nails off to put my fingers down my throat to be sick.
Oh, no.
Yeah, escalated very, very quickly. But
I've never been able to do that. I've never been sick on the drink.
Really?
You said you threw up when I sent you those nudes of me, didn't you? You'd been on the drink then. Yeah.
So then
go on.
My mum came the next day and I was very hungover. You know, after a night out, you get that ringing in your ears?
Yes.
I was that drunk, I thought that that was like a fire alarm somewhere in the distance. So I got leftover McDonald's chips and put them in my ears to try and drown out the noise. I then realised, actually, it is just in my own head, but I slept with them in anyway.
Wow.
Woke up to, like, banging on the door, took my chips out. I was like, honestly, and my mum was like, are you all right? And I was like, I think I've got flu. She was like, I've been trying to ring you all morning. And I was like, yeah, I think I've left my phone in the librry.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
In the library?
my mum, then we went to the library, she got some paper and pen, made reward signs for my phone.
Oh, my God.
So, I know, all the time, and I got a flashback, like, it's been run over by the taxi man. And I was, like, just going along with it. And then...
Your lovely mum.
I know, and then
your
she really
darling
thought
mum.
I was poorly, and I just sat and watched her scrub the house. And now I think I have a bit of PTSD about that, because when I smell bleach, I do feel sad.
Have you done the old chip earplug thing since that time?
Not sit, too salty.
Very, very good. Thank you very much, Scarlett. Dogshit breath, what have you got for us?
Well, this one's... It's not really a one-off event. It's something that's sort of dogged me for a few years. I basically can't tell the time when I'm drunk.
OK.
I've got a 12 and a 6, and the rest are just lines.
I'm all confused. You've got a normal watch with hands on.
So if it's not digital...
OK.
Or got the numbers written around it. So I've
OK.
only got 12 and 6 written on my watch.
Oh, I see. And there are just gaps.
And it's just gaps. I'd sort of struggle with it anyway, but when I'm drunk, when it gets about 9 o'clock, it's basically 9 o'clock for 4 hours. This has happened a lot when I've come home really late and missed things, and my wife gets the ump about this. I've sort of refused to learn how to tell the time properly because...
It's useful.
Yeah. It does. It also is a bit of a get-out-of-jail-free card, isn't it?
Yeah.
What time do you call this? I couldn't tell you.
But I think your wife can tell the time, and I think it's time for a divorce.
Paul, can we hear your story, please?
Well, my story involves a lot of gangsters.
Good.
So,
oh, good.
actually, I did gigs back in the day, and I did a gig up in Leicester, and I got shortchanged.
OK.
So I was waiting for the money all night, and then I go to the car, and you remember those days they used to give you, like, cash in a wallet?
Yeah.
I went to my car waiting for my money, and the guy gave me an envelope. I opened it up, there was 100 quid in it. It was 200 quid for the gig. And I'm like, where's the rest of the money? I found him, he goes, I gave you 200 quid in the wallet, mate. 15 years ago was a lot of money. Even now is a lot of money.
Yes.
It's what I'm getting paid for this gig.
Why is he getting more of me?
And I went back inside, I said, where's the money? And he said, I gave you the 200 quid where you've put it in your car and hidden it, haven't you? It was a nice venue, like candles, these kinds of decorations everywhere.
Ooh, bougie, bit bougie.
It was very bourgeois. And this is Leicester, and Leicester's a proper shithole. And I'm like, I haven't been paid properly. Let's nick the candles. I got the candles, went back to my Nissan Micra.
Don't name drop on this show, please.
Trying to get a free Micra out of this gig. And I put the candles in the car, and I went back and I said, look, I'm going, where's the rest of the money? They said, you've hidden it in the car. I said, no, I haven't. They said, call security out, check his car.
Oh, my God. Guys, this is terrible.
They checked my car,
Yeah.
found the stolen candles. So they think I've lied about the money and I stole their candles. So I phoned up this girl I was going out at the time. I said, call the police, because you ain't going to see me again. There was gangsters there, there was security there. The venue manager came out. You stole our candles. I can't fucking believe you stole our candles.
I was really angry.
And they took the candles back. They said I've hidden the other 100 quid. Promoter called me up and he goes, and they said, you're going to be gigging for us around the Midlands for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Or you pay for these candles. So since then, the reason my career hasn't gone anywhere,
You're still paying back the candle debt.
I can finally come out and say, leave me alone.